Welcome to the Madison Murder Podcast. Today is Friday, September 15th, 2023. Today we're going to recap yesterday's Thursday night football game and look ahead to the rest of the Sunday slate. We have the college football slate to go over too. Baseball, WNBA playoffs, soccer, golf, NASCAR, news and notes, best bet, and Fab Five. We'll start with football. We have a lot to go over coming up, but last night the Eagles come out victorious, 34-28. They're 2-0. Minnesota is 0-2. So we're just gonna get right into the picks. First up, you have the Packers at the Falcons. Should be a interesting game. Falcons are giving 1.5. Total is 40.5, and I have 1.5 and 45. I'm quickly going to check to see if there's any more notable injuries since I last did this, so we're good. So I'm gonna actually take the over in this game. Next up's the Raiders at the Bills. I have the Bills by 10. Total 41 and 9/20. So it's 8.5 and 47. I really like the under in that game. Next up's the Ravens at the Bengals. I have the Bengals by 2.5, total 36 and 2/5. And it is 3 and 46.5. I love the under. Love the under in that game. Chiefs Jaguars is a really good game. Get this as a projection. Jaguars 3.5. Total 47 and 9/20. Nobody ruled out since we last checked and it's Chiefs by 3.5, total 51.5. I have no choice but to take the Jags, getting the 3.5 and plus 146 to win the game straight up. Chargers Titans. I have Tennessee 1.5, total 46 and 3/5. All right, so Bose is questionable. That's a big deal. And other than that, we're looking good. And it's Chargers by 3, total 45.5. I'm going to take Tennessee plus a 3 and plus 120 to win straight up. Next up, the Seahawks at the Lions. I have Detroit giving 3.5, total 46. And the 10th A lot of guys added to the Seahawks injury report. Nobody out, though. And meanwhile, on the other side, Detroit looks okay, too. And it's 4.5 and 47.5. Very close, so a slight lean to the under. On Fox, you have the Colts at the Texans. My line's Texans 1.5, total 42.5, and it is 1.5 and 39.5. I'm quickly going to do an injury check. So for this one, we are going to go with the over. And on Fox, you have the Bears at the Bucks. My line is the Bucks by 2, total 45 and 3/10. Bucks injury report doesn't look bad. And Kyler Gordon ruled out for the Chicago Bears. So that one doesn't account for the spread here. And then Jansen for Tampa Bay counts, the center. He's worth a half for the Bucks. So Bucks 1.5, total 45 and 3/10. And it's 2.5 and 40.5. I'm taking the over. That's a low total. All right, 4 o'clock, you have the Niners at the Rams on Fox. I'm just going to do a quick glance at the injury report. So Cooper Kupp is out for the Rams again. So it would be Niners 8.5, total 41. And it is 7 and 44.5. Under. Next up, the Giants at the Cardinals. So obviously no Kyler for Zona. And I still adjust the spread for him. And then the Giants have some injuries as well. My line's Giants by 7, total 41 and 3/5, and it's 4.5 and 39.5. I'm going to lay to 4.5 with the Giants. Next up, 4:25 CBS, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call. It just sucks for them that Rodgers is out. Jets, Cowboys. And that's a big point spread adjustment, obviously. And then Dallas. We'll see if they have anybody coming back from injury. I have Dallas by 12 total, 40 and 3/20, and it is 9.5 and 38.5. So I like the over in the game because the total just dropped so much. But I have to lay it with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys win by double digits again. The Cowboy pass rush is going to get to that Jet offensive line. And then Commanders Broncos. We're going to do a quick check on the injury report. We'll see about Chase Young. A lot of questionable guys on Washington. And then Denver, Frank Clark out. Stearns out. So they have a few guys out, obviously. And then the tight end's out for Denver as well. So we have for this one in terms of a line, the Broncos by 7, total 36 and 3/5, and it's 3.5 and 39.5. I'm gonna lay the 3.5 with Denver. And last but not least, Sunday Night Football, 8:20 NBC, Dolphins Patriots. It's a big spot for Tua Tagovailoa and company on the road. All right, so Ramsey, obviously out for Miami. And then New England has a bunch of guys that are questionable. And Jonathan Jones is questionable for them, so that is good news for New England. And they really and then Riley Reef's questionable. So Dolphins by 1.5, total 51 and a 5th. And it is 3 and 46.5. I like the over in this game a ton. And I mean a ton. Alrighty, so there you have it for the picks. This was a hard one to do this week. And now we'll move on to college football. We're going to try to rapid fire college football picks. We had a couple of games last night, which we have to discuss. Number 22, Miami over Bethune 48-7, and Memphis over Navy 28-24. 3 games tonight, 7 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, Virginia, Maryland. I have Maryland by 22, total 52 and 3/4. And it is 14.5 and 47.5. Laid the points. ESPN Army UTSA. My line's UTSA 25.5, total 47.5, and it's 8.5 and 44.5. I'm laying the points. 8 o'clock CBS Sports Network, Utah State Air Force wins Air Force 15, total 49 and 13/20. It's 9.5 and 46.5. I'm going to lay the points. All right, 12 o'clock ABC, number 3, Florida State at Boston College. My line is FSU 11.5, total 58.25. And it's 26.5 and 47.5. I'm going to take BC getting the points. Number 7, Penn State at Illinois on Fox. My line is Penn State by 9. Total 52 and 2/5. And it's 14.5 and 48.5. I'm going to take Illinois getting all the points. Number 14, LSU and Miss State on ESPN. My line's LSU 2.5, total 61 and 1/5. And it's 9.5 and 54.5. I love Miss State in that spot. SEC Network, number 15, Kansas State at Missouri. My line's Kansas State by 2, total 48 and 19/20. And it's 3.5 and 47.5. I'm going to take Missouri plus 3 and a hook slightly in there. Liberty Buffalo, CBS Sports Network. My line is Liberty 13.5, total 57 and 20th. And it's 3.5 and 55.5. I love the 3.5 with Liberty. I'm laying the points on the road. Louisville, Indiana on the Big Ten Network. My line is Louisville by 9, total 51.5. And we have 10.5 and 50.5. Slight lean Indiana. Georgia Southern at Wisconsin, Big 12 or Big Ten Network. My line is Wisconsin 9.5, total 56.25. And it's 19.5 and 64.5. I'm going to take Georgia Southern plus the points. ESPN 2, Wake Old Dominion. My line's Wake 17.5, total 56 and 9/10. And we have 14 and 61.5. I am going to go with the under. LIU Baylor. I have Baylor 24, total 52. That line's not posted yet. Iowa State, Ohio. I have Ohio by 8, total 42 and 3/10. And it's State 3.5, total 42.5. I'm going to take State plus 3.5 and plus. I'm sorry, Ohio, not State as in Iowa State. Ohio plus 3.5 plus 134 to win straight up. Central Con, Kent State. My line's Kent State 4.5, total 51 and 9/20. North Dakota, Boise State. Fox Sports 1. My line is Boise 15.5, total 56 and 7/20. 2 o'clock, Pac-12 Network, Weber State at number 12, Utah. Line's Utah 16.5, 12, 49 and 7/20. And we have no lineup for that yet. VMI NC State, I have NC State 24, total 44 and 1/10. UMass Eastern Michigan, I have Eastern by 15.5, total 54 and 3/20. And it's 6.5 and 50.5. I'm going to lay to 6.5 with Eastern. Norfolk Temple, I have Temple 17, total 52 and 1/10. Indiana State, Ball State, I have Ball State 19.5, total 47 and 2/5. 2:30 on Peacock, Central Michigan at number 9, Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame by 33, total 56 and 3/4. And it's 34.5 and 51.5. I like the over. 3 o'clock. CBS. South Carolina, number 1 Georgia. I have Georgia 15, total 55 and 4/5. And it's 27.5 and 54.5. I'll take South Carolina getting the points. On ABC, number 10, Alabama at South Florida. I have Bama by 20.5. Total 63 and 3/20. And it's 33.5 and 61.5. I'm going to take USF getting the points. San Diego State at number 16, Oregon State, Fox Sports 1. My line's Oregon State by 5, total 50 and 17/20. And it's 24.5 and 48.5. I'm taking San Diego State getting the points. Number 9, Oklahoma at Tulsa, ESPN 2. My line is Oklahoma by 20, total 58 and 7/20. And it's 28.5 and 60.5. I'm going to take Tulsa getting the 4 touchdowns in the hook. ESPN, Minnesota, number 20, North Carolina. I have UNC by 8, total 48 and 4/5. And it's 7.5 and 50.5. Slight under. Northwestern at number 21, Duke on the ACC Network. My line is Duke 17.5, total 44 and 9/20. And it's 18.5 and 48.5. I like the under. Big Ten Network, Western Michigan at number 25, Iowa. Iowa 28.5, total 41 and 1/10. And we have 28.5 and 42.5. That is very close. Slightest leans to the under. Virginia Tech against Rutgers. Big Ten Network. I have Virginia Tech 7.5, total 43 and 7/10. And it's Rutgers 7, total 37. Give me Virginia Tech getting all those points. And give me them on the money line as well, whatever that is. Probably over 2-1. CBS Sports Network, FIU. UConn, I pick them in 48 and 3/4. And it's 6.5 and 40.5 over. East Carolina, App State. Mine's App State 17.5, total 57 and 17/20. And it's 8.5 and 47.5. I like the over. Western Kentucky, Ohio, at number 6, Ohio State, 4 o'clock on Fox. I have OSU by 14, total 56 and 4/5, and it's 29.5 and 64.5. I'm going to take Western plus the points, the cover. SEC Eric, Yale Monroe, Texas A&M, mine's A&M by 12, total 51 and 3/5, and it's 36.5 and 53.5. Fade A&M, take Yale Monroe plus the points. Pac-12 Network, Idaho, Cal 6.5, total 53 and 9/20. We don't have anything for that. ESPN U, Tulane, Southern Miss. I have Tulane 9.5, total 56 and 9/10. And it's 12.5 and 49.5. Over. Number 8, Washington at Michigan State on Peacock at 5 o'clock. I have Washington 14.5, total 57 and 3/5, and it's 17 and 55.5. I'm going to take Sparty getting the 17. North Colorado at number 23, Washington State on the Pac-12 Network. I have Wazoo 25.5, total 53 and 19/20. Also on the Pac-12 Network, NC Central number 24, UCLA. I have UCLA 11, total 56 and 19/20. 6:30 Villanova, UCF. All right, no, Georgia State, Charlotte at 6. I have Georgia State 16.5, total 57 and 7/20, and it's 7.5 and 51.5. I'm going to lay the points of Georgia State. 6:30 Nova, UCF. I have UCF 11, total 53 and 2/5. All right, 7 o'clock ESPN, number 11, Tennessee at Florida. I have Tennessee by 4, total 56 and 11/20, and a 6.5 and 58.5. I'm going to take Florida getting the points to cover. Samford, Auburn. I have Auburn 5.5, total 55 and 7/20. North Texas, Louisiana Tech. I have Tech 13.5, total 67 and 3/20. And it's 4.5 and 69.5. I'm going to lay the 4.5 with Louisiana Tech. Murray State, Middle Tennessee. I have Middle 17.5, total 53 and 3/4. Northern Illinois at Nebraska, Fox Sports 1. I have Nebraska by 2, total 46 and 1/4. And it's 10.5 and 42.5. I'm going to take Northern plus the points. CBS Sports Network, Vandy, UNLV. I have UNLV 3.5, total 56 and 3/10. And it's Vandy 4.5, total 59.5. Give me UNLV plus 4.5 and plus 172 outright. Miami of Ohio, Cincinnati. I have Miami of Ohio actually 6.5, total 54 and 3/10. And it's Cincinnati 14.5, total 45.5. Give me Miami of Ohio getting all those points. And I think plus 460 is worth a shot too. South Alabama and Oklahoma State. I have South Alabama 1.5, total 51 and 3/20. And it's Oklahoma State 7.5, total 48.5. Give me Sala plus 7.5 and plus 225 outright, as in South Alabama. Tarleton State, Texas Tech. I have Tech 17.5, total 69 and 17/20. Louisiana and UAB. I have UAB 5.5, total 56 and 7/20. And it is let's see here. 2.5 and 59.5. I'm gonna go with the under. Prairie View, SMU. I have SMU 27, total 60. Texas Southern Rice. I have Rice 21.5, total 62.5. Duquesne, Coastal Carolina. I have Coastal 27, total 54 and the 20th. Stony Brook, Arkansas State. I have Arkansas State 24.5, total 52.5. NFL Network, JMU, Troy. I have Troy by 1, total 67 and a 10th, and it's 2.5 and 46.5. I love the over. That is way too low. 67 and a 10th I have as a projected total. San Jose State's Toledo. I have Toledo by 9, total 59 and 3/4. And it's 7.5 and 57.5. I'm going to take the over. 7:30 Big Ten Network, Bowling Green at number 2, Michigan. I have Michigan 18.5, total 50 and 19/20. And it's 40.5 and 53.5. I'm going to take Bowling Green just to cover. SEC Network, Georgia Tech at number 17, Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss 27.5, total 59 and 3/4. And it's 17.5 and 63.5. I'm going to lay the points with Ole Miss. BYU, Arkansas, ESPN 2, 7:30. I have Arkansas 5.5, total 52 and 9/20. And it's 8.5 and 47.5. Over. ESPNU, Akron, Kentucky. I have Kentucky 8.5, total 47 and 17/20. So it's 25.5 and 49.5. I'll take Akron plus the points, the cover. NBC, Syracuse, Purdue. I have Syracuse 6.5, total 54 and 4/5. It's 2.5 and 57.5. I'm going to lay the points at Syracuse. ABC, Backyard Brawl, Pitt, West Virginia. I have West Virginia by a half, total 57 and 9/10. And it is West Virginia by 2.5, total 47.5. Pitt was favored early in the week. I like the over. Longhorn Network, 8 o'clock, Wyoming at number 4, Texas. I have Texas 21.5, total 52 and 17/20, and it's 29.5 and 49.5. I'm going to take Wyoming to cover. Hawaii at number 13, Oregon on the Pac-12 network. I have Oregon by 31, total 64 and 7/20, and it's 38.5 and 69.5. Hawaii, I'm going to take the cover. Mexico State, New Mexico, I have pick and 54 and 19/20, and it's 1.5 in favor of the Lobos. Total 54.5. Ooh, very close. Slightly in the state, plus 1.5 and even money in the money line. Pac-12 network, Sac State, Stanford. I have Stanford 1.5 till 59.25. ACC network, FAU, Clemson. I have Clemson 29 till 53 and 7/20, and it's 25.5 and 51.5. I'm gonna, believe it or not, lay points with Clemson. On Fox, TCU, Houston, I have TCU 4.5 total 64 and 11/20, and it's 7.5 and 63.5. I'm gonna take Houston plus the points. Jackson State, Texas State at 8:30. I have Texas State by 3 total 48 and 3/20. 10 o'clock, ESPN, Colorado State at number 18, Colorado. Game days there for some reason. They're banking on it being the backyard brawl, but both teams are 1-1. But I think they're doing that for Deion Sanders and the feel-good 2-0 Buffaloes. I have Colorado by 17 total 16 7/10, and it is 23.5 and 16.5. I'm going to take Colorado State plus the points. 10:30 Fox Sports 1, Fresno State, Arizona State. I have Arizona State by 4 total 55 and 9/20, and it is Fresno by 3 total 50.5. I'm taking Zona State plus 3 plus 134 outright. CBS Sports over Kansas, Nevada. I have Kansas by 22, total 59 and 9/10. I have 27.5 and 58.5. I have to take Nevada. Can't believe I'm taking Nevada. And last but not least, 11 o'clock, Pac-12 over UTEP in Arizona. I have UTEP by 5, total 51 and 3/5. And it's Arizona by a whopping 17.5, total 57.5. Give me UTEP plus the points to cover. All right, baseball. We're going to rapid fire the rest of the show. I'm not going to give out picks because of time. We'll go over the baseball results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Pirates over Nats 2-0. Tigers over the Reds 8-2. Brewers over the Marlins 4-3. Doubleheader game 1. Red Sox over the Yanks 5-0. Mets over the D-backs 11-1. Rangers over the Jays 9-2. Rays over the Orioles 4-3. So best bet 1 because I took the under in that game. Doubleheader game 2. Yanks over the Red Sox 8-5. Twins over the White Sox 10-2. Giants Rockies postponed inclement weather. Makeup date Saturday. All right, tonight's slate, 6:30, Yankees, Pirates, Braves, Marlins, Apple TV Plus, Rays, O's, Red Sox, Jays, Reds, Mets, Rangers, Guardians, 7:30, Twins, White Sox, 8 o'clock, Astros, Royals, Nats, Brewers, 8:15, Apple TV Plus, Phil's, Cards, 8:30, Giants, Rockies, 9:30, Tigers, Angels, Cubs, D-backs, Padres, A's, and Dodgers, Mariners at 10. Saturday, 2 o'clock, the Doubleheader game 1, Giants, Rockies, 3 o'clock, Red Sox, Jays, 4 o'clock, Padres, A's, Braves, Marlins, Rangers, Guardians at 6, 6:30, Yankees, Pirates, 7 o'clock, Rays, O's, Reds, Mets, Astros, Royals, Twins, White Sox, Nats, Brewers, 7:15, Phil's, Cards, 8 o'clock, Cubs, D-backs, Doubleheader game 2, Giants, Rocks, 9 o'clock, Tigers, Angels, and 9:30, Dodgers, Mariners. And then Sunday, 1:30, Yankees, Pirates, Rays, O's, Red Sox, Jays, Braves, Marlins, Reds, Mets, Rangers, Guardians, 2 o'clock, Astros, Royals, Twins, White Sox, Nats, Brewers, 2:15, Phil's, Cards, 3 o'clock, Giants, Rockies, 4 o'clock, Tigers, Angels, Padres, Mariners, Dodgers, Or Padres, A's, Dodgers, Mariners, and Sunday Night Baseball is a good one. The Cubs at the Diamondbacks, a big game for both teams. The WNBA playoffs resume tonight. We'll give out picks for these because it's the playoffs. First up tonight, 7:30 ESPN2, Game 1, Mystics Liberty. Liberty giving 9.5 total, 162.5. I project that a little more than that, so I'm actually going to lay the 9.5 with the Liberty at home against the Mystics. And then 9:30 ESPN2, Dream Wings. The Wings are giving 6.5 total, 169.5. That's a lot of points. So giving Atlanta getting the points. I don't think Atlanta wins. I just think they cover. And then on Sunday, 1 o'clock ESPN Game 2, we have the Lynx against the Sun. The Sun are giving 8.5 total, 157.5. I like the over in that game. And then 3 o'clock on ABC of the Sky and the Aces. Aces are giving 18.5 total, 170.5. I like the under in that game. All right, a lot of soccer to go over. All the leagues begin or come back today. I apologize we don't have time for picks. But we'll just go over everything. The Saudi Pro League yesterday, Al Ittihad over Al Akhdud 1-0 and Al Wida over Damak 4-2. Today, 11 o'clock, Al Faya and Al Shabab. 2 o'clock, Al Hilal and Al Raida. And Al Khalij and Al Fateh. And then Saturday, 8 o'clock, Abba and Al Atifak. Al Hasim and Al Tai. Al Raid and Al Nasser. And then 2 o'clock, Al Ali and Al Tawoun. All right, USL, 9 o'clock tonight, New Mexico, Indy, and 10 o'clock, Orange County, Colorado. All right, Saturday, 7 o'clock, Loudoun, Charleston, Miami FC, Pitt, Louisville, San Diego, Memphis, Hartford, San Antonio, Tampa Bay, Monterrey Bay, Vegas. At 10, Oakland, Tulsa, Sacramento, El Paso, and 10:30, Phoenix, Detroit. And then Sunday, 8 o'clock, Rio Grande, and Birmingham at 8. MLS for the weekend. 3:30 NYCFC Red Bulls, 5 o'clock Atlanta Miami, 7:30 Montreal Chicago, Charlotte DC, Orlando Columbus, Philly Cincinnati. That's a monster game. Philly Cincinnati. Whoo. Toronto Vancouver, 8:30 Dallas Seattle, Houston St. Louis, Minnesota KC, 9:30 Colorado New England, 10:30 LAFC LA Galaxy, and then 10:30 San Jose and Salt Lake. And then Sunday, 8:30 of Austin and Portland. The Premier League Saturday, 7:30 Wolves Liverpool, 10 o'clock Aston Villa Crystal Palace, Fulham Luton, Man United Brighton, Tottenham Sheffield United, West Ham Man City, 12:30 Newcastle Brentford. Sunday, 9 o'clock Bournemouth Chelsea, 11:30 Everton Arsenal. Liga. Tonight, 8:50 Mazatlan Cruz Azul, 11 o'clock Tijuana Toluca. Saturday, 7 o'clock Necaxa Juarez, 9 o'clock Monterrey León, and 11 o'clock America and Guadalajara. And Sunday, 2 o'clock UNAM and Athletic San Luis, 7 o'clock Querétaro and Puebla, and 9 o'clock Atlas and Tigres. La Liga, today, 3 o'clock, you have Rayo and Alaves. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, Athletics and Cadiz, 10:15 Valencia Atletico, 12:30 p.m. Celta Vigo Mallorca, and 3 o'clock Barcelona and Betis. And then Sunday, 8 a.m. Getafe Osasuna, 10:15 Villarreal Almeria, 12:30 Sevilla Las Palmas, and 3 o'clock Real Madrid and Real Sociedad. German Bundesliga today, 2:30 at Bayern and Leverkusen. Saturday, 9:30, Cologne and Hoffenheim. Mainz, Stuttgart. RB Leipzig, Augsburg. Freiburg, Dortmund. Wolfsburg, Union Berlin. And 12:30, Bochum and Frankfurt. And then Sunday, 9:30, Heidenheim and Bremen. And 11:30, Darmstadt and Gladbach. And then Italian Serie A. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., Juventus and Lazio, 12 o'clock, Inter Milan, and 2:45, Genoa and Napoli. And then Sunday, 6:30, Cagliari and Udinese, 9 o'clock, Frosinone and Sassuolo, Monza, Lecce, 12 o'clock, Fiorentina and Atalanta, and 2:45, AS Roma and Empoli. French League 1 today, 3 o'clock at PSG and Nice. Saturday, 11 o'clock, Rennes and Lille, 3 o'clock, Lens and Metz. And Sunday, 7 a.m., Lorient, Monaco, 9 o'clock, Clermont Foot, Nantes, Reims, Brest, Strasbourg and Montpellier, 11 o'clock, Marseille and Toulouse, and then 2:45, we have Lyon and Le Havre AC. And then Dutch Eredivisie, Saturday, 10:30, Feyenoord and Heerenveen, 12:45, Vitesse and RKC Waldwijk, 2 o'clock, Fortuna and FC Volendam, PSV and NEC, 3 o'clock, Heracles and FC Utrecht. And then Sunday, 6:15 a.m., PEC Zwolle and the Go-Ahead Eagles, 8:30, Excelsior and Almere City, FC 20 and Ajax, and 10:45, AC Alkmaar and Sparta. And that's pretty much it for soccer. Now we're going to do golf. We'll go over the leaderboard very quickly for the Fortinet. Your winner or your leader right now, 9 over or under. Lucas Herbert. Second with 7 under, Segu Kim. Tied for third with 6 under, Kelly Craft. Jason Duffner, Harry Hall, Zach Blair, Mark Hubbard, Sungun Kang. Tied for 9th with 5 under, Sangmoon Bae, Sudi Kodiara, Kevin Strowman, Justin Lauer. Tied for 13th with 4 under, Kevin Roy, Callum Tarrant, C. Thiglia, Cam Davis, Eric Cole, Kramer Hickok, Sam Ryder. Tied for 20th with 3 under, Davis Lipsky, Joel Diamond, Chad Ramey, Kevin Kisner, Zach Johnson, Doc Redman, Grace Asik, Austin Cook, Hayden Springer, Justin Thomas, Brendan Todd, Doug Ginn, Vincent Whaley, Robbie Shelton, and Tom Johnson. Tied for 35th with 2 under, Carson Young, Bio Hostler, Harrison Endicott, DJ Tran, Luke Liss, Max Homa, Matt Kuchar, Martine Laird, Henrik Norlander, Kyung Lee, Ryan Moore, Jonathan Bird, Peter Quest, Preston Summaries, William McGirt, Taylor Gainey, Dylan Wu, Jimmy Walker, Russell Knox, Davis Thompson, Cam Percy, Ben Crane, Harry Higgs, Kevin Westmoreland, and Scott Harrington. Tied for 60th with 1 under. Now I have to do notables because of time. Sean O'Hare, D8 points, Ricky Barnes, Evan Van Royen, JJ Spawn, Brendan Gay, Hank Labiota, Pat Kazirs, E.T. Pond, Austin Smotherman, Trevor Cohn, MJ Dauphe, Austin Eckrow, Matthias Schwab, Peter Malnati, J.B. Holmes, Scott Stallings, Richie Wierenski, Stuart Sink, Matt Trainer, Justin Sue, Jason Hadley, Nate Lashley, James Hahn, tied for 86th at even, Paul Haley, Will Gordon, Ryan Palmer, Grayson Higo, Andrew Landry, Adam Putnam, Andrew Novak, Chris Stroud, Matt Neesmith, Scott Stallings, Ben Taylor and Grayson Chalmers, Robert Stroud, Mackenzie Hughes, Stephon Yeager, Taylor Montgomery, and Estelonzo Goya. 105th with 1 over. Tyson Alexander, Cam Champ, Webb Simpson, Kevin Sway, Kyle Saley, Scott Brown, Kevin Stradler, Reiner Moore, Ben Martin, David Ernst, Matthias Schmid, Alex Battley, Tyler Duncan, Chester V, Bryce Garnett, Samuel No, and Austin Nunez. or Andrew Nunez Augusto. Tied for 127th with 2 over. Wesley Bryant, CAU, Kevin Chappell, Alex Narine, Max McGreevy, Taylor Pendrith, Brian Stewart, Troy Merritt, Nate Hardy, Nicholas Echevarria, Lucas Griffin, Dylan Fratelli, Kristen Ziedenhout, Adam Long, Nate Watney, Michael Glidgick. Although Ziedenhout, Long, Watney, Glidgick, and Fratelli are all 139th with 3 over. 145th with 4 over, Charlie Hoffman. 149th with 5 over, Scott Percy, Trevor Werblow, Brent Grant. And that's it among notables. Oh, yeah, 154th with 6 over, Brendan Matthews and Joaquin Herman. All right, now I'll move on to NASCAR. I forgot to give out my pick yesterday for Richmond. It was Ben Rhodes. I don't remember what the odds were, so we'll go over the truck results first. Corey Heim won, Christian X second, Grant Affinger third, Carson Osvar fourth, Tanner Gray fifth, sixth Roger Caruth, seventh Ben Rhodes, eighth Chase Purdy, ninth Nick Sanchez, 10th Matt DiBenedetto. The rest, Jake Garcia, Carson Gavappel, Bailey Curry, Stuart Friesen, Chris Jones, or Connor Jones, Matt Crafton, Haley Deegan, Parker Klinkerman, Ty Majeski, Jake Drew, Danny Dye, Colby Howard, Tanner Ankrum, Zane Smith, Caden Honeycutt, Timmy Hill, Brett Holmes, Lawless Allen, Tanner Gray, William Salowick, Spencer Boyd, Stephen Malazzi, Memphis Villarreal, Greg Van Alst, Dean Thompson, and Jack Wood. Xfinity, starting grid for tonight should be out soon. So from Bristol, Food City 300, Under the Lights. I'm going to go with Chandler Smith at 12-1. And then the Cup Series, the Bass Pro Shops night race tomorrow night on USA from Bristol. I'm going to go with an old favorite here. He's 11-1, and it's Kyle Busch. It's just too easy. And this is a track he's owned over the years. So I'm going to take Kyle Busch at 11-1 to win the Bass Pro Shops night race from Bristol. All right, now I'll move on to the news and notes for today. So there was an exchange in the game last night between the Vikings and the Eagles. Nick Sirianni had to separate him. And Jalen Hurts says the sideline incident he will not believe will lead to problems. Aaron Rodgers had surgery, made the post on Instagram. Broncos linebacker Frank Clark to miss a few weeks. He's week to week after injuring hip in practice. Cam Hayward having groin surgery. He'll be out for a little bit. That's not great for the Steelers, obviously. Darren Waller playing through injury as he isn't concerned about his hamstring. Jay Norvell took shots at Coach Prime ahead of the game tomorrow. And Dion says that Norvell made it personal with comments about Sanders' look. Five-star defensive lineman commits to Miami over Florida State, Ohio State, and others. That's a big get for Mario Cristobal's team. The big story yesterday in baseball, the Red Sox fire GM Shane Bloom. That is a surprising firing, but a firing that you could argue was necessary. Bloom did not do a good job with Boston. It was just a failure. And the Red Sox haven't been good since Bloom got there. So we'll see who comes in and replaces him. And I'm sure it's going to be somebody from outside the organization. Jason Dominguez having elbow surgery, expected to be out 9 to 10 months. Just brutal for the Yankees. He was so fun to watch when he was playing. The A's relocation date was set as the league owners will vote in mid-November on A's Vegas proposal. And in NBA stuff, there will not be a Gobert-like call for Dame, as type of deal the Jazz got simply doesn't exist for the Blazers. The 76ers are not moving Tyrell Maxey, as they has shown inclination to move Tyrese ahead or Edmund Dane rumors. And I don't blame them. And there you have it for news and notes. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. It's either going to be WNBA or college football. I'm going to lay a quarter unit on UTSA minus the points against Army. I just don't think Army's any good. They're not the Army of the past. So I'm going to lay a quarter unit on UTSA minus the points against Army. We're going to do the Fab Five right now. We're going to start in college. First pick of the Fab Five. I like a lot of totals this week, which is weird. But pick number 1, I'm going to lay 3.5 with Liberty against Buffalo. I think that is a short number, and as we say every week, a quarter unit per pick in Fab 5. So Liberty minus 3.5 against Buffalo's pick number 1. Pick number 2 of the Fab 5. I'm going to go with the over 47.5 in ECU App State. That is extremely low for those two teams, and but ECU can't stop anybody. App State can score. Pick number 3, I'm taking San Diego State plus the points against Oregon State. San Diego State's not that bad, and Oregon State is just giving too many points. So I'm going to take San Diego State plus the points for pick number 3. Pick number 4 in the Fab 5. I am going to go lay points again, this time with Georgia State against Charlotte. So I'm going with 2 road favorites in Fab 5. I don't do that very often, but I'm going to do it here. And then the last pick of the Fab Five, I'm going to take UTEP. I'm going to go back to the well with UTEP getting the points against Arizona. I don't think they'll win outright necessarily, like my projections say they might, but I'll take them. And then my underdog money line pick of the show, I'm going to go with South Alabama at plus 225 to upset Oklahoma State. And now the NFL Fab Five. And just giving you guys a heads up right now. I am probably going with the Monday night game. In Fab Five. I'm going with one of the Monday night games. Just throwing it out there. Right now. Alright, so it's really going to be a Fab Four. Because I'm going with one of the Monday night games for the other one. So just remind me that. So first pick of the Fab Five. Like I said, I like a lot of totals this week. First one being under 47 between the Raiders and the Bills. I think that's a lot. So I'm going to go under 47 in Raiders Bills. Pick number 2. I am going to take Tennessee getting points against the Chargers. I know this is a crazy line. And Tennessee looked not great last week, especially Ryan Tannehill. But I'm going to take them one last time for now. Pick number 3, I absolutely love the under in Ravens-Bengals. Division game, smash mouth, defense, you know the drill. And then the fourth pick of the Fab Five, I'm going to go with the over in the Dolphins-Patriots game. That is very low at 46.5. I have it at 51 and a fifth. So that's going to be the fourth pick. And then the underdog money line pick of the week. You guys know the rules. There's one game that applies to this. I can't believe I'm doing it. I think the Chiefs are going to go down to the Jaguars. Call me an idiot for going against the Chiefs. I'm taking the Jaguars at plus 146 for the underdog money line pick of the week. I'm just going all in. Instead of taking them against the spread, might as well just take them straight up at plus 146. So that's your money line pick of the week. And then we're going to do one more Fab 5 pick on Monday, and you'll have to wait and see which game it is. All right, so that's it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything. We had the 2 Monday night games, and we have so much more to do on the Monday podcast as well. Have a great day, everybody.